Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. This is Rima and I'm here with another guidance session. This is going to be a coffee cup reading for the month of March 2023 for Taurus. If you have sun, moon or rising in the sign of Taurus, or if you're a cusp watcher and there's someone very dear to your heart and they are a Taurus and you would like to know how March is going to be unfold for them, you might want to watch this video. I wanted to thank you all for supporting my channel. Those of you who have been following me for a while, thank you so much. Or if you're new and this is the first video that you spotted on YouTube and you're watching, hello and welcome. I'm happy that you're here, and if you like the kind of work that I do, please go ahead and subscribe. And there are more videos in my channel in the playlists that you can find and watch. Some of them are timeless and you can watch them whenever you are guided to hear those messages. I also wanted to thank those of you who have reached out for a private reading. Thank you so much for your patience. If you are interested, you can find my email address in the About tab if you want to have a private reading. With that, let's start the reading for March. Taurus, let's see what is coming, what you need to know, what's happening in March. If you have a specific topic in your mind that you want to get clarity, have it in your mind present. Maybe you need just touch on that, but don't forget that this general reading is not going to resonate with everyone as we have the collective energy present, but you might get messages that definitely resonates for you. I see a clear path for you, Taurus. Things are clarifying, things are coming into clarity for you. A lot of you had a tough year last year, and this year 2023 can bring a lot of clarity, a lot of ease for you, for most of you. And I see, yeah, sure, definitely I see romance. Some of you are now in a relationship, in a romantic relationship that I can see beautiful. I get together, even love making and intimacy definitely is there for some of you. You might receive, you might have had a fantastic or great Valentine's Day. Maybe you have met someone, but definitely I see romance. That's in the middle of, that's the center of your um, reading, and it's so, you are so selfless in this love, and you're patient as well. This is, some of you have experienced before relationships, but I see that this relationship feels very, very different, and you feel like this person is your soulmate, someone who you never had the chance to be with, and this is the person you always wanted to be with. Very beautiful energy, Taurus. If you are thinking about romance, definitely is coming into reality. It's exactly what you wanted, and I can't tell you what, like, all the signs are there in the middle, like that tells me this is the one that you wanted, this is the romance that you wanted, and it's very much protected. The person who is in this relationship with you, they not only adore you, but also this person gives you a lot of power, or this is a very powerful person, or they protect you. I see that they are hugging you, maybe so tight. Again, I don't know what to say. Like, I see all the elements of happiness, joy. It came out of nowhere, or it's coming out of nowhere. It's going to be a surprise. This could be even too good to be true for some of you. But again, it could be a little bit distracting. You might be so much in this, like, you be so much focused in this romance or in this love. Again, it can be love romance, as we all know what it is, but it also can be love or romance or passion towards something, a career, a place, a hobby, something that you're learning, your job. But that's like the second place. I really see a human to human romance here is very clear, and I see that people are helping. Maybe your friends were helping find each other, or somehow help is coming out of nowhere. I see a lot of beds around you. Maybe you guys live somewhere that there are a lot of beds in the downtown where you live, or I don't know, some park or somewhere that you go together. There are a lot of bees, and those bees are actually sending a message for you. So next time if you go to the park or you see all those birds flying around you, see if you can see any messages. I see a lot of animals around you, and it tells me that this relationship is very pure, very innocent, and just too good to be true. Very, very nice. I can't keep my eyes off this romance that I see here. Some of you might even get married, who just got married. You might have had birds in your ceremony. Some people have doves in the wedding ceremony. That could have happened. um, but I see some selflessness. Maybe your person is, I don't know, a Pisces or something, or you are, maybe you have planets in Pisces. This love is very Neptunian, and you are very much drowned into this love. I get very good positive energy from this, but again, just as a cautious, be careful that you're not drowned into this love so that you forget everything else. If you're a student, if you're still studying, don't like mess up your exams or don't miss other things, because I said this is just attracting all your attention, maybe even all your money. You're spending so much money on that, or this person, or even maybe a costly wedding, something that you're planning. And there are jealous people around you. There are people that they like, this is too good to be true, like this Taurus, how lucky they are. There are some people looking like, with eyes of regret, or they think you don't deserve it. Or for a lot of you, I can say this is not your first romance. You already had relationships and it was nothing like this. No one experienced anything like this. And that, like, people are like, how lucky this Taurus got, like, where did it come from, like what they've done. So people might be asking about you, which dating app you use or something like that. But again, I see very good vibes for you, very happy for you. um Try to observe a situation in your life in general, because people are trying to again understand what you're doing, how, um, even it could be at work, at your workplace, people are trying to understand um, the way you perform. They might want to know what projects you're working so that they can get closer. I see you're shining, you're doing really good both at work and in your personal life. And that might bring people closer to you because they want to know what is the secret. How do you get to do all of that? So just be aware. It's up to you what you want to share with people, how much you want to tell them about your personal life, or you don't. Again, it's your decision. Just be aware that if you are not someone who enjoys oversharing, don't do that, because there are going to be many people coming to you and asking you about that. Beautiful. There's a beautiful ship. It's like Noah who made a ship. There's a nice ship, but it's empty, hasn't embarked yet. The ship is just at the shore and it's almost done. It's almost complete. As I mentioned in the beginning, for you, Taurus, big changes are coming in this year 2023, and March is going to be the gate for different changes, for different events, which is going to change your location of life, change your status in life, change where you live, change your partner, job status, jobs, anything. It's going to be like shaking shakeups are coming. But as I told you, for majority, for all of you, I don't see any negative energy. As I said, I just see people envying you and wanting to know how you do it. um, and as I mentioned once before, it's up to you if you want to show them the way, help them get what you got, or if you want to keep it private, don't share too much. It's up to you how you want to deal with it. But even if they don't tell you, they are looking into your life and they're trying to understand how you got there. So be careful about that. I don't know. I see some kind of song. I see high, the word high, like you're going high, you're going up in your position, or you're going higher. Things are moving faster and going higher. I don't know what else it can be. The word high. And also I see Hillary. So I don't know if someone's name is Hillary, or anyone who they're named Hillary. It might resonate with some of you. It could be a signal for someone around the world, but it's not going to resonate with everyone. I see as melody, like a note, a musical note, a relaxation. Someone might buy a Nike shoe or a pair of sneakers that I see it's white, or somehow it's very light, and you maybe just jump higher with that. I see that kind of stuff, which is actually very, very pleasant and positive. There is a big jump in your life, Taurus, that you're going to be equipped for, they're going to be ready for. And it's not just like buying a shoe, a pair of shoes. I just gave you an example of how you might feel with like this big jump that you are, with this big change that you're taking, that is taking you to a next level. And it's actually very appealing, very attractive. I have to tell you, I see these words as a melody. I don't know if you're a musician, you might come up with a beautiful note, beautiful song. If you're like a sound engineer or anything like that, there might be huge success for you about in those things, in those areas. So um again, I see things with melody, with a note, with a harmony, beautiful harmony. Again, I see hearts here. Love definitely is in the picture for you. This is a gain of love. I mean, your love life is going to be changed 100% for a good way. Again, I see you're sitting at a table in a restaurant. A lot of you might go on a date. Um, just very romantic, and everything looks very good, and you might even have different, you might have tried a few dates, and now you're thinking which one to pick, because I see you have options, or maybe your patient has options, and they might even communicate that to you, and that brings you to that selfless love, that because you don't want to lose them, or maybe it could be vice versa, because they don't want to lose you, they start to do anything to just keep you, spend money, spend time with you, letting everything else go, don't go to school, don't go to work, just, being that kind of babysitter for you. Or again, it can be vice versa. Please, take the energies as it resonates with you. So again, because someone might have options, the other person might feel a little bit uncomfortable to, um, I don't know, to accommodate that, to sacrifice that. So be careful about that. Beautiful energy. I see beautiful dogs passing. Things are going to be in order. Things will fall in their perfect and correct place. So don't worry about that. If you're worried about your family, how they will behave or how they will react to this love and romance, they will be fine. Things will fall in place. Things is going to be very organized. And I see dovi energy, very low. I mean, every corner of your plate I'm looking, I see a sign and signal of love, and there are different shapes. Um, Very much, I mean, this is just all about love. You might be saving some money, or you might be spending some of your savings, as I explained. I see a polar bear. You guys have a very strong, someone might be watching from Canada or countries north, up north. So if that's the case, hello to all of you. It's somewhere that's still cold, and they have a lot of snow even in March. Um, there's a person, a gentleman, who dresses up like formally, maybe he's in suits, thinking about you. It depends, it could be a colleague, maybe someone who is somewhere and they remind you, maybe a colleague or someone who you went to school together, maybe they travel somewhere, and maybe like they go to the university you used to go, bring and like memories is brought back to you, to their mind. They think about you, they might contact you, an old friend, an old colleague. um, you might be surprised, and there might be a chance for you to get to meet those people, like people from the past, colleagues, childhood friends, which are actually very, very nice. Or you might go somewhere that you might feel like, oh, this place, I have a lot of memories. Some of you might go back to your hometown, your home country. mm, Again, I see a wedding. Everyone here is a couple and they are deeply in love. Beautiful reading. Someone is crying. Again, for some of you who you are in a third party relationship, someone has to leave the relationship and they're crying. I don't see that's you, because I see you are doing that selflessness to keep your love life together. You're not letting go. Someone is swimming. If you are swimming in open waters, in oceans, be careful, because the weather can change. If you surf, again, I see two people going to the beach, maybe even going to the pool together. That's just really incredible. You guys have a soulmate. They're everywhere with you. um But I see, as I mentioned, some people are upset about that. Maybe you or your person had another person in their life that they need to, or they needed to say goodbye to, and mm, close that chapter with them. And that person might be heartbroken. Um, some of you might have done something that you are not happy about it. Like you are thinking about, should I go and fix it? Should I go and do I owe them an apology? Maybe you were hiding something, something that you didn't give to something that belonged to someone else and didn't give them. I don't know, it's some kind of awareness happening in your life. As your life is changing and your soul is awakening, things like that happen, and you feel like about you think about the mistakes or things that you wanted to maybe do differently. They keep coming to your mind. What is a time? It's a feeling. It's a period that will pass, and you will be all right. Again, I see big advancements for you. A lot of money is coming from different places. If you work in a farm, in somewhere outside, like a gas station, something like that, you are going to be very, very busy, specifically in summer. By beginning of March, maybe end of March, things are going to start. There is something within, like, famous person, maybe physics, like, I don't know if people are watching and are even inventing something. You might even be thinking about an invention that someone in the past have like invented halfway. I don't know, you might complete an invention or something like that. Taurus, you have, as I said, I saw the word high. You're going to get to a very high degree, both in your work and also in your personal life and love life, which is great. Just be careful about having affairs. If someone has affairs, it will be known. If it come to the surface, and there might be problems, there might be breakups because someone has noticed and they haven't communicated that. But that person is heartbroken. um, so some people might need it to hear that. Again, I see very lovey-dovey energy for you. Everywhere I look, I see you guys together. You are at the table, sitting at the table. You're at the beach. You're traveling. You're running around, and you're also very intimate. So again, very beautiful energy for Taurus. Love, love, love. This is time for you to get the reward of your hard work. So again, don't lose focus, because you might get to the very last part of what your achievement could be, and then something might disorient you. um, you might say, I want to move, like, and you don't stay where you were working to get the fruit of your labor. So again, everyone is free to do what they wish to do. Just the energies are like, don't rush. Like, for example, if you're studying, it's your last year and you now fall in love and that person lives somewhere else and they have other options, and if you don't go with them, you lose them. You just quit your studies. So don't do that. Try to be more smart, like smarter. Try to find ways, try to think outside of the box. There's always a way that you're not seeing at the table at the moment. Definitely getting married, definitely getting married for a lot of you is coming this year. The start of it maybe happens in March, or maybe has already started for some of you. Definitely for some of you, it's changing countries, changing location. But again, do it smart, do it as it applies for you and as it makes sense for your life, because I see there's a lot that you need to deal with this decision. It's not just one decision that you make and that's the end of it. There's going to be a lot of action. You will be running around. Either some of you might have a wedding, which is a like very short turnaround time, so you have to run to make everything happen. Somehow I see short, like, not having enough time. I don't know what is the rush, but there's a little bit of a rush into your love life, which I had, and I tried to alarm, and I did. So um three good news, or three source of income or money is coming for some of you. You are very well connected spiritually. So if you ask something, the universe won't tell you no. You might need to wait a little bit to get your wish come through, or your wish fulfilled, but it will. So try to stay positive. Someone might take their child to a doctor. I see a baby, or someone has twins and they're asking for a babysitter, or they're asking a friend to watch their kids. Um, which is yeah, someone might ask you, or you might ask someone. Be careful not to forget something in the oven when you're leaving home, or something on the stove. There might be a fire, so be careful about be careful with that. Hmm. You might be asked to show your ID somewhere, or someone might stop you and ask a few questions. I don't know, maybe at the airport, maybe even in the street, maybe you're buying something, they check your ID or your age. Um, that might happen. There are news coming to you. Someone might buy a new watch, maybe a smart watch. I don't know, like maybe even for all of us, there will be a new technology for time tracking. There are things that you might hear that breaks your heart. If you're using an escalator going up, be careful. Um, you might fall. Um, yeah, you might you might miss a step. You put your step somewhere and you fall. So be careful. Take the elevator if you can. But I definitely see you're going up. You're going um, towards the top. Someone in the one for some of you, maybe you're a couple and one of you is significantly taller than the other one. This is also something that I can see. There are some words that you hear that you don't appreciate. Maybe you hear people talking about you on your back, about your appearance, about your taste, about your style. I don't know, it could be anything, but you don't care. It's just some swords. There are swords that are not even complete swords, like pieces and bits of swords in the air. And yeah, it can damage you if it hits you. It's sharp, but you don't really care. Don't pick argument with people. Don't pick after arguments that are pointless and there's no point in responding. And I definitely see you are like that. Someone is building a house, building a boat, as I said, or building like something for the future. Again, not exactly, not everyone is building a boat. I mean, you're putting your money somewhere, you're investing, you're building, you're starting a business, you're starting some new thing in your life, which is very pleasant and it's going to be very rewarding for you. It's also going to save you. It could be a talent in um, some kind of investment, something that you're trying to do, even some relationships, networking that is going to be very fulfilling and also brings money for you. And then it can rescue you if things get worse. Again, I see love in the air. Even the couples who are married and have kids, I see a lot of love. I don't know, somehow you feel so much closer to each other. You want to spend a lot of time together and very, very warm, romantic, beautiful. My dear Taurus, that was the reading for March. I hope that you enjoyed it. And until the next time, stay blessed.